How you doing, guys, and welcome to another video where I'll be taking a look at the PlayStation Plus games available for October 2018. The second game I'll be taking a look at is Laser League. And where the hell do I start with this game? Okay, well, first of all, I don't think this is going to be a very long video because I literally can't think of anything positive to say about this game. Okay, so now that I've got that little bit of nugget of information off my chest, now I can move on to the game itself. The game itself was released earlier this year in 2018, and it describes itself as a online-only multiplayer sports game, but to call this a sports game is a massive stretch, because it's not like any sport that exists. But that's sort of the point. You see, when you first boot the game up, it comes up saying that this game is set in the future, and that Laser League is somehow the future of sports that is loved throughout the world. But if that's true, and if this really is the future of sports, then I think I'm going to turn off sports and never again watch it again, because this is just not fun or entertaining in any stretch of the imagination. The whole point of the game is two teams compete against each other on opposite sides, one side playing the red team and the other side playing the blue team, and the whole point of the game is you have to eliminate your opposing team by hitting them with lasers that you can place down on specific points in the map. The map itself is sort of like a grid, and there's 6 sort of triangle shapes that only these you can place the lasers on, and they gradually spin. Now, if you're on the blue team, you can safely pass through to the blue lasers, but if you touch a red one, then you are instantly eliminated. You can be revived by your teammates, of course, but when all the members of the team have been wiped out, then you lose a point. Like pretty much any and every online game, there are perks available for each individual player. So, for example, some of these perks might make you invincible for a set amount of time. Other perks might make it so that your lasers are just a little bit longer, therefore being harder for the opposing team to dodge. Other perks could be that your lasers spin around quicker, which again would make it hard for your opponents to dodge, and various different things like that. You accomplish getting these perks by spending experience points, which again, like every single online game, you acquire by simply playing the game. You get more experience per win as opposed to lose, but even if you do lose, you still get some. And, yeah, that's the game. And, I can't think of anything else to say, because, as I said at the beginning, I can't think of a single positive thing to say about this game, but more confusing to me, I can't understand anybody who does have anything positive to say about this game. The reason I say that is because when this game was first released, it actually got pretty damn good reviews. Everyone from IGN to Eurogamer to official PlayStation Magazine UK all gave this game really good reviews. In fact, if you go onto the Metacritic website, this game has an 84% approval rating from critics, and if you scroll down all the critic reviews, you'll see that the majority of people was giving this game 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s. Believe it or not, some people were even giving this game 10 out of 10s. But if on the Metacritic website, if you swap to the user ratings as opposed to the critics, then you'll notice that the majority of people wasn't really giving this game such a favourable review. In fact, most people were saying that it was either mediocre or just outright rubbish, with only a handful of people saying that it was good. So I think this is definitely one of those games where the critics absolutely loved it, but the majority of people playing absolutely just thought it was just mediocre and a load of shit, including me. Don't get me wrong, I know that every game is different and every gamer is different. Some people will like some things and others won't really like it as much. For example, in my last video I covered Friday the 13th, and I was saying about how much I personally enjoyed that game. That game, of course, was another online-only multiplayer game. But at least a game like that, you even if you don't like it yourself, at the very least you can see where the appeal is. But with this, I just don't get it. I was bored out my mind playing this game. It just wasn't fun or interesting at all. And yeah, I suppose if you're the kind of person who does find something like this interesting, then yeah, by all means, knock yourself out. Have a great time. I can't think of many people out there who would fall into that category. And there you have it. I can't really say anything more about this game. I'm sorry the video was so short. I usually like to weigh up my positives versus my negatives, but when I'm playing a game that I literally don't see any positives in whatsoever, it's kind of hard to do that. Anyway guys, I'm going to end this video here. Stay tuned because I've got 2 more episodes of my Hitman comedy walkthrough series to come out very soon. And I've got until the 13th of November to do that, because that is when Hitman Season 2 comes out, and I'm going to carry on my comedy walkthrough series for that game. Stay tuned, I hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you next time.